Let's start things off in Virginia, where newly released documents reveal a controversial tip line created by Governor Glenn Youngkin to root out topics deemed divisive in Virginia schools didn't reveal any widespread worries over critical race theory being taught.
350 documents obtained by WUSA 9. Messages sent to Governor Glenn Youngkin's controversial tip line. Help education at governor.virginia.gov. Youngkin asking parents to send reports and observations about, quote, divisive practices within schools for his team to, quote, root out. Things like critical race theory, a subject that's never been taught in Virginia classrooms.
That's a shame. Not even a parent teaching critical race theory to their kids on the bus. Nothing. No proof of something Virginia schools weren't teaching in the first place? You don't say. This hotline was a fear-based waste of time and money with a way too long email address. Ain't nobody trying to type all that, Glenn. All this did was create an outlet for people who were looking to complain about schools just because. I guess they got tired of shaking their fist at clouds, which I will tell you, the older I get, the more fun this becomes. But I knew that this would be a disaster, and it became a place for Karens and Kens to leave passive-aggressive Yelp reviews. Now, thanks for wasting taxpayer money on the CRT boogeyman, Governor Youngkin. Next time you create an email address to help yourself position for 2024, why don't you try and use a couple less characters? Let's head to FedEx Field for this next story. Kirk Cousins is set to return to his former home stadium for the first time in 6 NFL seasons as he leads the 6-1 Vikings to take on the Commanders on Sunday. The highly paid prodigal son returns. Kirk Cousins is like that ex who glowed up that the team thought that they could do better than. You know, his career has been kind of like a long Beyonce album. And the Commanders are the ex that inspired half the songs. We gonna pull up tonight. But I remember the good old days.
You like that? You like that?
Little did I know after he said that we wouldn't like a single thing. Until this week when we find out that Dan Snyder might be selling the team. I do like that. Taylor Heineke could never. By the way, that was an all-time NFL soundbite. Welcome back, Kirk. I already know half the stadium will be rooting for the Vikings and the Commanders are underdogs. But Dan Snyder might be selling the team, so nothing could steal my joy. We're headed to Los Angeles for this next story, where police officers pursued a stolen big rig in a low-speed chase. And I mean low. There you see it right there. That is not a freeze frame. That is actually the speed of the chase that you are viewing on your screen right now. This went down up until the truck burst into flames. Now imagine being stuck behind that in traffic. Your boss wouldn't even believe that excuse until you showed them the news footage. Like, yeah, I was stuck behind a police chase so slow it made OJ look like Lewis Hamilton. You can't even put the Benny Hill music to this unless it's chopped and screwed. It's that slow. This chase moved at the speed of sloth. The person who stole this big rig should be ashamed of themselves. I mean, if the vehicle you steal combusts while you're stealing it, that's a sign from God right there. A life of crime ain't for you. And apparently, neither is trucking. It doesn't appear that anybody was hurt during this chase, just the thief's pride. Now, I chose this last story because it just seems so fitting. A total lunar eclipse will turn the moon blood red for about 90 minutes on Election Day. Talk about foreshadowing. The cosmos isn't even trying to be subtle. Now, the moon already disapproves of whoever you voted for. A blood red moon would have been cool for Halloween, but not Election Day, showing up all late and ominous. Now, residents all across both coasts will be able to watch the moon look sinister for just under 90 minutes, meaning the entire country is going to be creeped out. We probably should have seen this coming after, a pandemic, a failed insurrection. Werewolves and vampires are a natural progression. Now, I don't know what exactly the universe is trying to tell us, but it can't be good. I have seen enough horror movies to know what trouble looks like. Now, my favorite story today, it's got to be watching Virginia governor's school tip line prove that it's just trash as expected. Probably got far less prank calls than I thought they would.